This is the House of Parliament where men and women have sat for decades, making decisions that would affect all our lives. Do they really work in the interests of the people or themselves? They sit at the round tables, trying to decipher which way to turn. Is it left or is it right? Have the people benefited from those decisions? Our people have suffered for far too long. Change should not be a figment of the imagination, but reality. Every boy, every girl, every man, every woman are equally important. The market vendor joyfully sells her produce. The fish vendor skillfully uses his cutlass to cut the fish. Keep on working. Let your smile be your motivation. Build a community of brotherly and sisterly love. Don't give up on your dreams. Surround yourself with positive thinkers. Think big and keep on moving. Keep pushing the envelope. Yes, push that envelope until you have succeeded. You may have made many mistakes, but that is no reason to stop. Don't you dare give up. Get ready for that overflow. Get ready for that breakthrough. The overflow is coming. Showers of blessings. Stay cool. Stay calm. Stay collective. Ride the rough waves of life. Hold on to that rope tightly. Just keep working. Keep moving. Keep believing. Self-motivation. Well, hello there. It is Saturday and I am here. Remember, I said that we did a shift and that on Saturdays we will start at 8 p.m. and end at 9:30. Hello everyone, welcome to Lies and Deceit. I am your host, Soraya Alexander, affectionately known as Zozo. Allow me to say hi to my YouTubers. Hi Gloriana Novel, how are you baby? How was your day? Hope everything was good. Hi all my YouTubers, you know I love y'all. And I'm hoping that everything goes well. Okay, I think, let me see, my lipstick is giving me some stress. Did I change my lipstick? Just give me 1 minute, let me fix this lipstick. If it continues to give me stress, I'm gonna change it. If it continues to give me stress, I'm gonna change this lipstick. I just tried something new. What the hell is it doing? Anyway, now my people, hello Philip, Joshua, how are y'all doing? My YouTubers, I love y'all. hello, my Facebookers. I love y'all. I love my Facebookers. And my people on GVD TV 115. I know we're not there tonight. You'll see me Monday. You'll see me Wednesdays. But I'm not there tonight, because Saturdays is kind of, free up time. So I just want to tell my senior citizens I love y'all. But before I start, let me say bonsoir to Mademoiselle or Madame Maria Innocent all the way in France. Y'all just know how to make me feel happy. My French people really like to make me feel happy. Thank you for all those coffees. And girl, thank you. It says, keep up the good work as you always do. Love all the way from France. Oh God, I love France. And stay strong. I will stay strong because as I said, this is not my vision, but the vision from the Most High to do what I'm doing. So girlfriend, thanks for all the coffees. Love you, love you, love you all the way from Fazbury. Now people, go support the movement. Support so we could continue staying here. I love you like crazy. And my senior citizens are falling in love with So. I tell y'all, it's not even my beauty, because beauty fades. It's my personality. My senior citizens love their So, and I love y'all more. So allow me to say a special good night to, I put his name down, I want to say his name properly, Edme Celestine. I heard you love me like crazy. I heard you, sir, I heard you are my #1 fan. Edme Celestine is Vitus's father. And as the owner of GVD TV Flow 115, I heard Mr. Celestine loves Susu, and I love you more. I also understood Vitus's uncle overseas. Everybody saying they sitting down, they waiting for Susu, they love Susu, and I love you all more. Because, you know, my role here is to speak the truth, and I think this is why people love me. I can't get, if everybody loves me, I have a problem. There'll always be haters, but those who love me, I feed on the goodness. So my people, remember, I love all my senior citizens. You guys are so wonderful. And remember to take the membership, people, for the 10 US. Go in there, take your membership, because we want you to get in there. We don't want to start and then you miss all the good stuff. So go get your membership for any 10 US a month. And people like Anisha, call back, darling. You see my nice wireless earpiece? This girl has been supporting my show from day one. Never waver, never falter. Because when people are objective and they see, when they are objective and they see what you're doing, what you're saying, they're not in the rural, they're not in the bacchanal, they're not in the mapway. So is who she is, and they support her. So, and all my other wonderful supporters, I just want to tell you all, I love you all. Miriam, where are you, girl? I love you. All my wonderful, wonderful, wonderful supporters. You make my heart go ting-a-ling-a-ling-ling, ling-a-ling-a-ling-ling. But tonight, you know, I have a supporter. Don't put her up yet. I have a supporter. Yesterday was her birthday. So I tell her, I saw it on the wall. I'm like, yesterday was her birthday. So I decided to, oh boy, my YouTuber is always packing up. I always jam in YouTube. Love you all for that. Thank you. And YouTubers, come on, man. I need to get to 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm at 6 something. Come on, guys. Get your friends, get your girlfriends, your jabal, your side man, your side woman, your side hen, your side chick. Come on now, tell them join Susu, join the movement. Y'all know I love y'all. So this is a quiet supporter. She support me bigly. This is a quiet supporter. And then she is spending her vacation in the best, well, her birthday in the best place, St. Lucia. She don't live here. But I want to say a happy, well, it was yesterday. Well, I'm still going to say a happy birthday to Cecil Herman. A happy birthday to Cecil Herman. Cecil Herman, she loves Akeem like crazy too. She tell me when Akeem does these things, she go back and watch it over and over. How could I not tell it sweet? Beautiful lady, I love you like a mother, Cecil. How could I not tell this wonderful lady happy birthday? Hope you had fun here with your family. I know you're here on business to do whatever. I hope you had fun. I hope everybody, did what they had to do for you. Cecil is really a nice, silent, quiet supporter. Thank you, Miss Cecil. Thank you, Miss Cecil. We love you. It's coming from this greeting is coming from Akeem and I and the Lies and Deceit family to tell you, continue celebrating until the end of the month, darling. We love you, we love you, we love you, we love you, Cecil. Happy birthday, Cecil. You are a joy. You always, and you said to me, so I miss a couple of your lives. I miss a couple of your lives. But, I'm like, that's fine. That's fine. I know you're here on business, doing your stuff. So enjoy your day. She's like a little mother to me. She's so sweet. She sends me nice stuff. Happy birthday, Cecil, darling. I love you loads, darling. Enjoy the whole month of June. It's your time. Blessings. Yes, Mabel, you know her quite well. You know Cecil quite well. You do know her quite well. You do know Cecil quite well. And And you know, I am somebody, I always say, if I miss your birthday, it's maybe because I didn't see it, or you're not on my friend list. If you know you're somebody that always supporting so, because you know how the page work, if you're not the person's friend, but Cecil is my friend on Facebook, that's how I picked it up. But you know, if you're supporting me bigly, people, kindly send. So it's my birthday. Let me tell you, as long as you support me bigly, I'm gonna do your birthday free of charge. If you do not support me, you need to buy me 3 coffees so I can put your birthday up. Hey, we gotta do what we gotta do for us to stay here. Now I also need to, don't put them up yet, I also need to wish 2 people happy anniversary. They are monthly supporters of my show in that they took membership. And I always say, my members, tell me your birthdays. I can't leave you all out, you know. All of you all are dear to me. Some of my members do not want me to say their name. That's fine. But send me, let me just wish you happy birthday. Because at the end of the day, you see them victimization, Papi Show, Massa. We all, whether you Labour, UWP, let us stand for ourselves. Done? Because nobody ain't care for us. So allow me to wish these 2 lovebirds happy wedding anniversary. Mr. and Mrs. Terrell Prudent, I realized yesterday was their wedding anniversary, and I would love to wish them God's richest blessings, happy anniversary, continue in this love, continue allowing God to guide you. I really, really want to say happy anniversary to you guys, and hope that you guys are going to continue moving in this vein. Do we have them, Kim? Oh, we don't have them. Okay, I don't know why they're not on the screen. My producer is trying to sort it out. It's not coming up, Kim. Okay, my producer is going to sort it out in a while. I don't know what is happening, but we are wishing them happy, 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 happy anniversary. Now, my people, we are going to rock and roll tonight. We are going to rock and roll tonight because what I have realized, people, the link is there. Go buy the coffee. A lot of y'all asking so for the coffee link, and I seen the coffee coming up. I don't know if it's flash y'all want to make. So send me the coffee link. Send me the coffee link. I said it. I seen the coffee. Let me shout out Marilis. Let me shout out Melly. You know, some of you are just fantastic. I have to shout y'all out. So my people, we don't have sugar in St. Lucia. However, okay, we'll show the picture in a while. We don't have sugar in St. Lucia. People, from the time I growing up, I will tell you all something. Go and get your friends, get everybody to watch, because tonight is going to be very educational for you to learn. That's what you like. And y'all can't even eat 3 meals a day. That government have us. You're like bacchanal. Hear these people. Some comments are very worrisome. Even on television, I was watching Street Vibes. Some statements people make are very, very, very worrisome. We have a behavior in this country. It's not affecting me. My family. I don't need sugar. Mamele. I don't care. Let me tell you, the behavior of our people in St. Lucia, seriously speaking, I don't care who get offended tonight. We need to elevate our IQ in this country. No politician love you. They love their pockets. No politician love you more than you should love yourself. They love them pockets. I heard people saying, the question was asked, and even on my page I'm saying it, the question was asked, how is the shortage of sugar affecting you? When you are able to analyze a situation from a wide spectrum, you would be able to give, how will I say it, informed answers. People are saying, Lord, give me strength, because sometimes it really takes a lot to do this. People are saying, I don't put sugar in my tea, it's better for me. I'm not putting sugar in my tea. With all the illnesses there is, I'm not putting sugar in my tea. You know, we can do without sugar. There was only one gentleman, and I will cut his tape some time ago to show you. This gentleman said that he went vegan and he has stopped using sugar for a couple of 10 years, I think he said. And that gentleman looks very well, you know, this gentleman looks very well. And then he said, not because that I have stopped using sugar that I should not consider the plight of others. Let me tell you how St. Lucians think. They think according to who is in power. Mame Lacy's UWP in power or SLP in power. We should be forward thinkers, thinking for our country. But the way they behave as if, you know, it's not affecting me. Why should it affect you? Sometimes it's affecting them. But I take this conversation further because we have many small businesses depending on sugar for them to make their different treats, their cakes, or whatever to sell to earn a living. So look at the domino effect. Without no sugar, a bakery may have to send employees on shift. Without sugar, the income in the houses of those people working in those industries that require sugar, their salaries are going to be less because their bosses will be sending them home because they do not have the sugar to do their products to sell to you, their customer, so that they can survive. So you see, we need to dig deeper. The politicians of St. Lucia have you thinking like jackasses. You see how it affects. Now that person working in the bakery may be my friend, and her boss needs the sugar to make the cakes. Bakeries make a lot of money, if you don't know that. Flour makes a lot of money, right? So without her boss having that, let's say on an average a day, her boss was making $10,000 in sale. Sugar, no sugar for a wide range of time. Okay, her boss is now making $4,000 a day. Obviously, the boss has overheads. The boss needs to pay his or her staff. So obviously, they would cut down man hours. So you see, this is how you have to think. And the politicians of St. Lucia are the ones have you thinking like jackasses, because it's like, oh, wait, that's my rep. Oh, I love my rep. Oh, my party. We red and ready, and your ass cutting now. We red and ready, we red and ready, but your ass cutting. Nonsense. Yeah, we red and ready, we red and ready, my belly making cod, oh, we red and ready, oh, we beating pan, my belly making cod, oh, we red and ready, is that red and ready? Cause that red and ready.
God have mercy upon us.
So you see the domino effect. Economics is all we business, because Philip JP understanding economics. Now, a businessman sent me a message, because you see, I'm giving them pressure about something, and I'll read it to you for you to hear what he's saying. I understand from his business point of view, but I'll read it to you. Somebody said, so I'm missing sugar because that's what I used to do my hustle, but they didn't stop me because I'm doing some other things to hustle until I get sugar. God bless you, my child, Zephyrin Mitchell. May your coffers be filled so you can take care of your family, take care of yourself. I love to hear this, darling. I love to hear that. Thank you, Lorna. Blessings to you. Hi, Phoenix. Hi, Yvette. Hi, Fatty Fats. Fatty Fats, don't die, don't die, don't die. Yes, they read and ready. They read. Oh boy, if you see them, they were Martin now. Look at what Emma doing in St. Vincent, planting ganja. Have a look at Emma. Planting ganja. Look at what she doing in St. Vincent, planting ganja. We have her planting ganja. Look at Emma, ganja, Minister of Commerce, Minister of Ganja. That's what she is now, Minister of Ganja, ganja lady. We have Rastas right here. What is name? Decaris? What is this guy? This guy has been planting or knows about these things. Right? To me, he's the most educated one in terms of ganja. And you live in here, you're going to St. Vincent to learn about how to plant ganja. Are you an agriculturist, lady? What are you doing? Do you plant? Do you grow? Well, maybe you come in, you went to learn so you can maybe do something down in Soufrière for the people. Well, Marcy got some rice. I see somebody say no rice, no sugar. Marcy got some rice. I was there yesterday and I saw they got some rice. So Marcy has rice. So I want to know if Emma is an agriculturist. I really need to know, where are the technocrats to go there? What all those politicians like to do? They like to go and waste taxpayers' money. What you doing there? What info? What input? How you are Minister of Commerce? Where is the Minister of Agriculture? Where is, what's his name? Alfred. You are not the Minister of Agriculture, but you there learning how to plant ganja. That's not for you. That's for Alfred Prosper. You see the salopte that is going on in this government? They are sidelining everybody that's supposed to be in their rightful place. Ernest Hile Tupatu, he's not Minister of Foreign Affairs. Where is Alva Baptist? And when y'all finish, y'all singing, we read and ready, we read and ready, and y'all asses are catching y'all. We read and ready? Somebody say, I hope she's smoking to get younger. Why, I have never smoked in my life, so I know how that thing is. So, but somebody said they hope she's smoking for to get younger. So look at this. Look at this. Now, my people, we have a lot tonight. My people, let me show you the new fuel prices. Allow me to show you the new fuel prices. Somebody say ganja woman. People, I practice what I preach. I am not a hypocrite. I tell you that already. I just dread I have to tell God, allow me to stop saying salopte, ass, jackass. But I still going to heaven because of that, mamily. Allow me to show to you the new fuel prices. I have said to y'all, I have parked my vehicle. Imagine today, and allow me to say thank you to one of my supporters. I saw the note under my when I did the live on Monday saying that they were going to bake me a fruit cake. So let me say thank you to my supporter for the cake. Greatly appreciated. Now, I have said to y'all, I parked my car. If I have, like Friday, I had to do a little run-ins here, there, and everywhere. When I think of my car, oil, gas, tires, insurance, sometimes something in the engine breaks, sometimes you need to fix that. I say, you know what? Let me walk instead. Because I ain't no rich woman to be paying gas. $17.95. And let me tell you, I am seeing the benefits of me parking the vehicle, taking a bus, or me getting a taxi to go and bring me to the different places. What I would pay the taxi for the vehicle, I would be broke. But a lot of y'all like high life. Y'all like to put your hands, your hat where your hands can reach to live up with the Joneses. I ain't living up to no Joneses, because at the end of the day, I do not want to go to bed and my belly singing, we red and ready, and I have a piece of taught bread to eat. Not happening. Look at the price of the fuel prices as of Monday. It is £20 cylinder, $43.78. It just dropped a little in cents, nothing much. The 22-pound cylinder, 48.16, just dropped in cents. The 100-pound cylinder just dropped in cents. But the fuel prices, diesel went up to $17.95. Kerosene went up to $16.98. And gas went up to $17.95. I want people in St. Lucia to tell me how you're surviving, because I can't survive here. How people talk to me, how are y'all surviving in St. Lucia? Because honestly speaking, I cannot survive here. And it's not even the bills that are killing us. You know what is killing us? This government. They refuse to cut on the VAT, the VAT. They refuse to remove it for a while. They are making a mint on our poor of the poorest of the poorest of the poor back. Poverty has increased in St. Lucia. There is now a new poor, and the new poor right now are the working poor. The working poor cannot even afford to take care of themselves. The working poor cannot even afford to take care of themselves. So let me tell you, if you want to see your money deplete, is have a car. If you want to see your money deplete, is to have a car. But some of us, Pierre is asking us to make the sacrifice, but people, you see, right now we have to make our own personal sacrifices, because we have an uncaring government. My people, I went to Mega J yesterday. Things I used to buy for X amount of dollars, right now they have $10, $15, $20 added to them. I want to know how the poorest of the poor, how they are living in St. Lucia. Let me tell you, we are paying our bills in St. Lucia, Philip J. Pierre. Now, I come in for some of y'all in the diaspora who came to St. Lucia to vote these people and put them in office, and then the people who come on my wall to say they are suffering. You're living in the UK, Canada, US, and you're coming and tell the people it is hard everywhere. But let me wake you up from your slumber. We ain't got no pantry in St. Lucia when we in our house starving to go and say they will give us a box of food for 4 days. We ain't got this. We have to stay and starve. So all of y'all in the diaspora that want to come and tell the people shit on my wall when they feel in the pinch talking about gas. But listen up. I have always said Shaste neither Pierre are responsible for the increase in fuel prices. However, they have a responsibility to ensure that the working class do not go into poverty, as many people have gone into poverty, because we are going into poverty because we can't eat. We are living in houses and we're starving. We pay our bills, but we don't have food. We don't know where the next meal is going to come from, because this government refuses to say, let me allow the poorest of the poor to breathe. The poorest of the poor, Philip JPA, is the working class, if you do not know. The working class can no longer eat. We have no minimum wage. And all of y'all in the diaspora that beating your traps and saying, oh, the prime minister cannot do whatever. If you hungry, they have how many pantries you can go to and collect food. In St. Lucia, we ain't got no pantry where we can go and collect food. We should have pantries in Evans every 17 constituency. Do we have pantries? Nah. And in those pantries should have neutral people to assist the poor. Imagine if you do not know. People in St. Lucia, I am warning you all that we have now descended the working class to the poorest of the poor. In overseas, in the bigger countries, the working class are going to the pantries for food. Where do we go, Mr. Pierre, for us to get food? You killing our asses with taxes. We cannot breathe. It is everything. This man is talking, and then that lady from Inland Revenue, whatever she's coming on, talk about 6%, whatever, make a mess. Yeah, hello. We dying over here. Put up some of those prices for my people to see. Exactly. We have no food stamp in St. Lucia. We have nothing in St. Lucia, but y'all beating your trap. We can't survive. I am telling you, we can't survive in this country with this price increase. You have to allow us to breathe. All we're saying to you, cut the damn taxes. Also, if this was a caring government, right? And if Alan Chancellor was in office and he was not doing anything for the people of St. Lucia, I would give him plug too. Mr. Producer, you'll put the different prices of the different stuff. The different stuff, yeah. Put it up for me, please. The different products. Yes, with the prices, yeah. Put them up for me, please. So if Shasney was in office and he not doing anything for us, I would fall in his skin the same way. And this is why y'all there, red and ready, and you're barely making code. Y'all have pantries in America. Y'all have all kind of organization. The church is here in St. Lucia, selfish. They selfish. All they want you to do is bring your tithes and offering. Well, you ain't getting my tithes and offering. You ain't getting shit. Right? I will help the little poor lady if I can give her $20, or if I'm at the counter checking, I see this little old lady struggling, I'll tell her, hold your $20, lady, I'll pay that for you and have a nice day. I gave you all my money because what y'all doing with it? We are suffering. The church is silent. When wickedness abound, you'll do nothing. Chemical, I used to buy that 8 something. Now it is 13.60. Chemical. Next one, sweetie. This is what we are facing in St. Lucia. And y'all want to come and talk about red and ready. You know? I am showing y'all reality. All of y'all that's sitting, you can put another one, Akim. That's the same 13.16. You can put another one. Okay, no problem. And then look, we have patat, sweet potato, $14.63. Look, we have $14 for patat. Now, potatoes is something that I must eat because it's high in fiber, right? Philip JP, you asking us to eat fig vet? We can't eat fig vet. Imagine something grown locally. Look at the bloody price, $14.63. Next one, please. I want y'all to pay attention. All of y'all in the diaspora, that sit there, right? That sit there and laugh and say all sorts of stuff. Look at butter. You know how much I used to buy this butter? 9 something. Look at the price now, $17.40. Philip JP, instead of he do something to assist us. Emma, he gone to the America's talking shit. Emma said in St. Vincent learning how to plant ganja. Are these people serious? Are these people serious? Look at butter, $17.90. How can I live in such a... You know, sometimes you buy your things in bulk so it can help. We can't even buy things in bulk again because we ain't have that kind of money. We do not have that kind of money. Next one, please. Someone said on YouTube, talk your talk, so I'm listening. I'm being real because we feeling it. All of them that acting highty-tighty, they're barely making corn more than mine. Because after some people finish pay their bills, they ain't got nothing, no money. They can't. Before you'd have $500 left over, you could use $250 to drag you through the month. Right now, we ain't got no money. We ain't got no money. Look at a little thing of leg quarters, $11.14. This is what people in St. Lucia facing. Y'all in the diaspora that came and vote this stupid government in, who is not willing to cut the taxes to help us. Y'all are there saying it's happening everywhere. It's happening everywhere. But you have avenues you could run to do something. You can put the other ones with you. You have avenues you could run to get help. Who we running to? Our healthcare is shit. Everything is shit in this country. We are frustrated. And y'all overseas and y'all think y'all know more than us, that we living in the bullshit every day in and day out. We living in it. When I go in the supermarket and I'm seeing what the people telling me to pay for nothing I have, I want to scream. We are dying. Listen, inflation went up. Okay? But you as an economist, as a prime minister, you can remove taxes for a while because you have milked us for over a year. Wicked administration, I care what nobody say. Because even your labor's feeling it. You're red and ready. We red and ready. You're catching your tails just like us. Look at a little bit of wings. For $13.32 or 31 cents, whatever it is there. Look at it. Look at it. I am showing you reality. Y'all still beating pan. I'm red and ready. Next one, sweetie. I'm red and ready. We red and ready. Yeah, y'all red and ready for misery, poverty. That is what y'all were getting ready for. We red and ready. We red and ready. I don't care which government that was there. You do shit, I come for you. Look, pork loins. You going in the supermarket, $10.19. Are these people serious? We ain't rich. We're not rich, right? We ain't rich. We are poor people. We are the poor of the poor. We are the poorest of the poor. Look, another one there. Pork loins. You seeing the price there? What price is there? 10 something again. Put another one, Kim. Yeah. All of them take mumu tablets. They will not come and listen to the show because I giving them bims. But after they come in and they're listening to her, because you know I am speaking the truth. Right? You know I am speaking the truth. Imagine I used to buy that corn for like $20-something. Now it is $30. Philip Sample, you are hurting our pockets. Look at the amount of money we have to pay. These only have a few in them, right? And we have to pay 30. And some people living in the States come in and say, oh, let me tell you, stay out of St. Lucia business. Those in the diaspora that don't know how we're suffering and how we catching our asses, stay out of our business, because y'all came here and vote this idiot government in. Somebody come in and say, oh, it is the price. Oh, the price is because of the brand. The brand my foot. The price because of the brand. It was cheaper. He can do something. So I believe the supermarkets are taking advantage of that inflation, and they're making a mid. Massey needs to come out and make a statement, because in Trinidad, I am hearing the prices are cheaper than St. Lucia. You know, St. Lucians behave like we just let people do what they want with us and say nothing. Next one, my boy. They're raising everything. But another thing for all of y'all in the diaspora, in the UK, in Canada, in the USA, y'all have minimum wage. I met one of my supporters. I was in the bank. One of my supporters said to me, so, I only making $5 an hour. Eh? She said, so, I am only making $5 an hour. The big tin of Seabell is $5. Who going and buy Seabell for $5? Not so. A big tin of Seabell is $5. Who going to buy that? Me? Next one, my boy. I am showing you all reality, and I tell you already, my show starts 8 o'clock on a Saturday, people, because, you know, it's a weekend and I need to end early just to chill. Okay, people? So remember, I start at 8. Okay? Look at the cheese. Look at the prices of the cheese. Look at the prices of the cheese. Who can buy cheese in St. Lucia? And the other thing about it, when Massey bring those cheese in here, you buy it, a little piece of cheese, so expensive, that thing tasting like foul backside. The thing have no taste. The thing, it tastes like rubber. It tastes plastic. When the other supermarket was there, when they were calling it Super J, the products were better. The products were at a higher quality. Look at cheese. Yes, they're using the war between Ukraine, but listen to that. The war between Ukraine and Russia has nothing to do with Philip J. Pierre reducing on the prices, reducing on the taxes. When you remove taxes, that Massey can never come and charge us all that money for groceries. Massey is making quarterly. They're smiling, they're laughing at us. They're milking us just like this government. And I'm seeing people eating ramen. Ramen is not good, people. I've never eaten the ramen, never. Why? Neither UWP nor SLP said, listen, we are not importing ramen. We do not want, we are already suffering with so many chronic illnesses. No government saw it fit to say we're not bringing this in. Let us bring in another product that is healthy. You can bring in some other pasta, some other thing, and say we will subsidize it. Why no government never do that? You don't see Skille killing you all to eat ramen, right? Cancer that day. Cancer that day. We have no pantry in St. Lucia, and all of y'all who come in and defend government, y'all love politicians more than yourself. But I'm going to educate y'all tonight. I am going to show you Canada's working poor. However, in Canada, they have pantries. So take a listen. I am here to open your mind so you can tell the silly government, start waking up. We're ready and ready. We're ready and ready for our belly to be making cod. Well, hello.
Boys, I'm leaving in 15 minutes.
In any house, mornings can be a challenge.
You have cross country, I have class.
For parents like Rebecca Schwartz, though, making it through the day, the week, the month is that much harder.
Go, go, go.
Schwartz is the face of an entrenched reality. 1 in 7 Canadians lives in poverty. And come election time, some feel they just don't matter.
There's a lot of us out there that work our butts off, and we have too much pride to go to the government with our hands out. What are we supposed to do? Who's looking out for us?
Lower income Canadians tend to vote in fewer numbers and therefore aren't courted as much and have less clout at the polls. But Schwartz does vote. But no party, she says, speaks to the challenges of just getting by.
They're not acknowledging us as a working poor, as an actual group of ourselves, that we are working and we are trying to pay our bills and we're getting really close, but we're just falling shy of the target. See you tonight.
An hour away, in London, the snapshot widens. All the main parties have won seats in southwestern Ontario. All promise everything from child benefits to more equitable tax rates to ease families' burdens. But London's gutted manufacturing base has left tens of thousands unemployed. 17% of London's population now lives in poverty.
We'll look to our federal partners for assistance.
In the middle of an election campaign, the city has made it a priority to find solutions, says it needs federal help. It's become a prominent political voice for those who don't have one.
They're just trying to survive.
Glenn Pearson is a former Liberal MP, the founder of London's Food Bank, and a member of the city's new Poverty Action Group.
You can't just approach poverty as though, oh, here we are, it's election time, I'll take one thing and announce it. How will you work with the provinces and the cities to make sure that all those key things are addressed? That's what's missing in this campaign.
As for Schwartz, she sizes up donations for a living. It's a minimum wage job. She's gone back to school so she can find a better one. As for who's getting her vote, a pitch would help.
I've never had anyone from a party come to my door. And they're welcome anytime.
She'll vote regardless, she says, because it matters, at least to her. Joanna Romeliotis, CBC News, Woodstock, Ontario.
So you see, of course, you see in Canada, she has a minimum wage, but yet still she cannot survive. There are pantries to at least help her. But in St. Lucia, we have no minimum wage. We have no pantry, but y'all who get in and good in the diaspora do not care about the people of St. Lucia. You want to come and tell us prices increase everywhere. In Canada, you will get 5 tins of tuna fish for $5. In St. Lucia, we get in a big tin for $5. Sit down. Y'all not in our position. Y'all don't know the pain. I hate to see people who are not in St. Lucia trying to come and tell us what we're facing. When you go to the supermarket, you just have to cry. How many bags with nothing, and y'all want to come and tell us in the diaspora what we going through about prices, right? Many people are going to park their vehicles, trust me, and they will see the benefit. I have told you the strategy, what to do already. Pack your vehicle, because you'll be able to save a couple of hundreds of dollars, trust me. You might save close to $1,000. You'll be able to save that money. Take bus with your family, right? Arrange for your children. Do what you have to do. When you have to go and shop, that $1,000 you spend a month, you'll still have it there. Take a taxi and go and do your groceries. If you have to go to dinner, you take a taxi, you go. Every day you have a vehicle on the road is money. I am giving you all home economics tonight to save you all from what is about to come. I ain't have to live like the Joneses for nobody. I could take the car and go and say, no. At the end of the day, I don't want to be in my house red and ready, and my belly hungry. Red and hairy, and my belly hungry. Red and ready, and my belly hungry. I don't want to do that. I am teaching y'all tonight, all of y'all in the diaspora that came down here and voted for these kind of people. It's hard. It's hard. I am going to show you all tonight food bank use rising in Ontario. I am going to show it to you all. I want you all to stay there and listen and learn tonight. Listen and learn tonight.
There we go.
For Beryl and Mark, both her greatest joy and biggest stress comes from providing for her kids.
And you don't know where the extra dollar going to come from to buy food for your children.
And so the single mother of 5, actively looking for a job, relies on her local food bank.
Canada is one of the most wealthiest country in the world. And it's disheartening to see that so many people has to line up sometime in the cold, freezing cold, to get something basic or necessary as food.
Would you like hummus, guacamole?
The new report says food bank use across Ontario is on the rise. Even the number of employed people using food banks has jumped 27% over the past 3 years.
The report attributes the rise in users to an increase in temporary jobs and low wages. It also found that 1 in 10 Ontarians doesn't make enough money to afford a basic standard of living.
People are working multiple part-time positions or multiple contract jobs to make ends meet. So it's becoming increasingly difficult to acquire sufficient income to meet all their needs at the end of the month.
According to the report, children and single-person households rely on food banks the most. Volunteer Marilyn Minnick-Lamarche says she's noticed the growing numbers.
You see younger people, you see young families, you see people on their own, you see seniors. So it's really a very diverse group of people accessing the food bank.
Beryl Ann Mark fears it may only get worse.
Every year some people have their rent increase, you know, the food prices has gone up, clothing prices, so everything has gone up.
And so do her worries, especially before the holidays. Ellen Morrow, CBC News, Toronto.
So in St. Lucia, we have no pantries. You heard the lady? Had it not been for the pantries, how would she be able to take care of her sons and herself, her children? Right now, and I'm going to show you all where the working class, they are taking the lines to get food to eat. It is hard everywhere. I am not saying no, but the hypocrisy of those living in the diaspora saying to us things hard everywhere, but our government is doing nothing for us. We might soon have to go and look for pantries. There is no pantry in St. Lucia. We have the working poor now and a government that doesn't give a rat's ass. And y'all there, we read and ready, and y'all barely making cod. Hypocrisy. And this is what I have been trying to drive home to people. It is not about prices increasing everywhere. Y'all guys have a cushion. Even the churches overseas, even the churches in the United States of America, in Canada, right? All of them have pantries because there's one, you know, this church, well, he was my pastor in St. Lucia, and he has his church in New York, and they have a pantry. They have a pantry. The pastors in St. Lucia, what y'all have? All y'all want is to build big churches, right? All y'all want to do is drive Benz. All y'all want to do is be in the big houses. God, that was not your purpose. Where are the pantries? I am Pentecostal, so I giving them blows. Every Pentecostal church in every district should have had a pantry. Where is the damn pantry? But y'all want people to come give y'all tithes and offering, not my tithes and offering y'all getting. I will help the little poor lady, right, that can't pay her groceries $40 at the counter, $50. I'm not giving y'all my money. All y'all want is to rub shoulders with the buys in government. That's not what God called you for. So when a lot of y'all come and talk nonsense on my page saying, oh, I'm in America or in the US or wherever things, or in Canada or England, everything is high. But you have a shelter. We don't. We don't have no shelter. How many people who cannot afford can just say, okay, let me walk in the pantry and get meals for 4 days? I didn't if y'all good. All of y'all in the diaspora that forgot where y'all came from. I live in St. Lucia. I've lived different places, but I am in my country and I know how it runs. Who you believe you in the diaspora? Come and vote a Maji government in. I am not saying that Shasta would not have been faced with the same issues, but he would have had to make allowances to cushion the blow for us. Philip J. Pierre just there like a lele, not cushioning no blow for none of us. We gotta take it. We gotta take it hard like he's giving it to us. Huh? This is crazy. This is crazy. I hate when I see y'all come on my page and y'all talking nonsense. I'm gonna show y'all reality. Y'all have a place. Y'all have a place to go. We're gonna go to Day of Hope. Stay and listen to Day of Hope. Stay and listen, all of y'all that just there. Y'all forget y'all are St. Lucia living. Y'all don't want to come back and live here, but y'all want to tell us what to do. Sit down. Nonsense.
We are partnering with Feeding America for our GMA Day of Hope. With so many people finding themselves out of work so quickly, more Americans than ever before are now having trouble putting food on the table. If you need evidence of that, just look at this seemingly endless line of cars. They're all lined up for one food bank in Pennsylvania.
It's amazing. For many, this is the first time they've needed help like this. So we want to make sure you know how to find help if you need it or give help if you can. There are tens of thousands of food banks and meal programs across America, and you can go to feedingamerica.org/feedthelove to find one near you. But we visited some of the essential workers on the front lines at those food banks. I want you guys to take a look. The demand for food in America right now, unprecedented.
Okay, and how many families?
Lines that drive through food banks stretching for miles.
This is really the only source of food we're getting at the moment. Thank God they're doing this.
Good to go.
Volunteers and staff across the country urgently answering the call.
We're distributing food to about 1,000 cars. We have food, we have toilet paper.
Feeding America, the nation's largest hunger relief organization, reports 98% of their food banks are now seeing a massive increase in demand. At the same time, they're facing a decrease in food supplies and volunteers. In some areas, demand is so great, the National Guard has been deployed to help close the gap.
I've never witnessed the system being more strained than it is right now. Our estimations are that we will need to serve an additional 17.1 million people through this crisis, on top of an already 37 to 40 million people that we were serving before.
At the Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma, Lloyd Vine said they're operating in what they call disaster response mode.
Normally, we are relying on anywhere from 100 to 200 volunteers every day. For the past couple of weeks, it's been myself and about 8 other staff members. We're tired, but spirits are high.
All of this just came in from the community.
At Island Harvest on Long Island, each box given can feed a family of 4 for 4 days.
Glad to be helping everybody in need right now.
54-year-old Jill Ash has been a volunteer at Feed More in Richmond, Virginia for more than a decade. She says she knows the risk.
I know it's a very scary time. I'm not a medical person, but I want to be able to help in any way I can. So regardless of any dangers surrounding us, I will be here until I'm not needed anymore.
The selfless work of feeding the hungry is always noble. Now it's nothing short of heroic. Earlier this week, a devastating blow at the Fulfill Food Bank in New Jersey. 51-year-old beloved colleague Diana Tennant lost her battle with COVID-19. Her job was to go out into the community, getting food stamps to those who needed them.
Diana died making sure people who needed the food the most got that food. The people that work in this building are the unsung heroes. They put their life on the line every day, and Diana is proof of that.
But at that food bank and thousands of others across the nation, the mission continues.
The reality is that we have, in fact, for the first time probably in our history, we've had to turn some people away. We don't want to do that ever again.
Wow, true heroes, each and every one of them. And speaking of heroes, we have one of those people who is out there getting food to people each and every day. Brian Green, the president of the Houston Food Bank. That's the largest Feeding America food bank in the country. So first of all, we want to thank you for what you're doing, what your staff is doing. It is nothing short of heroic. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much, and really thank you to everybody in America for rallying to help their neighbors.
Now, Brian, this is pretty staggering. At your food bank right now, every day you are going through around 750,000 pounds of food. So first of all, just give me some perspective. Have you ever seen anything like this? And tell us what you need.
Well, Hurricane Harvey was pretty rough on Houston, and the whole country rallied to help out our community. And so we were distributing about that same amount. The difference that I see here is the lines are actually much longer. It is very common for the sites to run out before we've served everyone. And unfortunately, the whole country is in the same boat, so we can't just concentrate all our resources in one impacted community. So all of the Feeding America food banks right now are scrambling to get enough resources to meet the need. We're buying everything that we can get our hands on, trying to rally the community any way we can. And the need is great.
And Brian, I want to read what one couple in Texas said after visiting a food bank. They said, quote, "We only have money for groceries for the next 2 days. When someone asked me to open my trunk and your employees started filling it up with groceries, I started to cry. Thank you for helping us, even though you don't know us." Are you hearing the same things from folks there in Houston as well?
Yeah, for Feeding America food banks, for us to help people who didn't think that this would ever be them. That happens right now. It's just the number of people is so scary. Yes, a lot of they're very grateful. They're very shocked. One of our partners, West Houston Assistance Ministries, like so many of other partners, they try to treat people with dignity and compassion and recognize this isn't just a need, but also this is a hard emotional experience for people who are having to do this. And they say the hardest part for them is they can't embrace someone who could really use it right now.
Well, we got to say, Brian, what you guys are doing. I mean, you are really truly angels in the community, and we are so thankful for all the work and all the help that you're giving those families out there who need a meal. Really appreciate you.
Thank you.
And for anyone out there who is looking for help, remember, you are not alone. If you need help or if you're in a position to donate, go to feedingamerica.org/feedthelove.
Well, hey there. You heard what the elderly couple said. They only had food left for 2 days. And when someone asked them to open their vehicle and they filled it with food, they started to cry. Somebody just sent me a note, Marcus sent me a note, and he said, so my American friends are listening to you while playing dominoes. So you see how far the show is reaching? Now, people, what I took from this video, if God gave the pastors a vision for the people, why God didn't give them a vision from the time they started to have pantries for their people? People eat every day, not only when there is a flood, when there is a hurricane, when there is fire. People eat every day. If you say look at these pastors, all they do is to raise money to build buildings while the flock are in dire needs. The pastors are no better than the politicians. Look at how people are able to survive. So y'all in the diaspora that came red and ready, and people barely making court because of your bad decision, and y'all can go, some of y'all may be in a precarious situation and still be able to go to a pantry and get food. The churches in America have pantries. They look out for their people. But what do we have in St. Lucia? We have people who are self-conceited, with fame, with position, with title, and not looking for us. So y'all in the diaspora, y'all have no clue what we are going through over here. It is critical. It is very, very hard. It is very, very hard what we are going through. And I remember this friend of mine said to me, so this mother could not send her children to school because she could not buy the tank of gas. She didn't have enough, right? My friend was going to assist her to buy the gas, but she contacted her too late. But my friend still went ahead and helped her. Is we the poorest of the poor, that helping those who cannot help themselves. Philip J. Pierre Mossozoe, this man is not understanding our plight. How can this man be so cold and callous in his heart? He and Ernest does not understand our plight. They do not understand what we are going through. I have never seen grocery store high in my life. Never. I have never seen grocery store. Just now, all of us will be looking for pantries, because in America, there is now the working poor. In Canada, there is the working poor. In St. Lucia, we just poor. We are the poorest of the poor. We're not people. We're just the poorest of the poor. We're not people. We are suffering in here. Yes, my YouTubers, we are suffering in here. Somebody say, call Catherine Seeley's out of labor hypnosis. Let her stay there. That's where she have to stay. Because when you have a good heart, you don't care which government is in power, you're going to talk. I remember the previous government had did something like where they were giving people during the COVID, the baskets or whatever. But we need more than that. We need pantries. You have Feed the Poor Ministries. He's just feeding, the homeless people. The working poor, they are going to be the homeless without out food? Where are the pantries? Why can't those ministers, they take how much money for carnival, give how much concessions? Philip J. Pierre, you said you were for people first. Why didn't you make an allocation $1 million to every constituency? Y'all build a big pantry and stock the life out of it with food and have people, neutral people like those beautiful people we saw in America, just giving out, reaching out to people. These politicians on both sides talks from both corners of their mouth, because we should have had that it did not matter which government is there, people are able to survive. We cannot survive in this country. We cannot survive. So if you had given $1 million to every country, and this is for food, because health of a nation, hunger, people are hungry, right? And listen to what the lady say. Working class people are coming for stuff in the pantry. They have never seen that. You saw the video I showed you. You saw the line. It is not about political party. It is about we surviving in our country. And y'all have all the amenities in America. Y'all have proper health care. But y'all want us to go in a falcade. Y'all want Philip J. Pierre to build a falcade. And in America, y'all have the best of the best of the best of the best hospital. I can tell you because my mother is there. Y'all have the best of the best of the best hospital. If I go into to the hospital if a cut finger, I may not come back. They might have to put me 6 feet deep. But in America, you go in for cut finger, you come back with your finger nice, everything, and you're all sitting in the diaspora. I want to talk to us. Shut up. We taking it hard. We taking it very hard. Somebody say, let Cat win. Stay where she is stunned. No, my people, it is very, it is unbelievable. How can we survive? It ain't about color anymore. It's about our survival. Some people don't even have food for a day. I donated $20,000 to feed the ministry. Hello. St. Lucia's $180,000. Not because I am seated here. That doesn't mean I will not go in the pantry and look for food to feed myself. There is no pride by your belly when you're hungry. Put the pantries in the constituency, 17 of them. Build nice pantries. Get containers, fit them. Y'all want to go and build, go beat the monster in cul-de-sac. Get pantries in the different places. Put that there so people don't feel ashamed to go and get their little goodies and survive. There is no shame. There is shame in when you go and steal. There's no shame. Your cupboard's empty. You go in a pantry and you go at your home happy. I give me the hello, this man is not ready to govern. He is not ready to govern. We all, and all of y'all hypocrite, y'all feeling it, y'all belly making cod. Red and ready, we red and ready, and our belly hungry. We red and ready, and our belly hungry. Y'all belly making cod, and y'all there supporting men. I listened to Ernest. I can't remember where I saw that tape of Ernest, but I was like, shut alone Ernest talking in terms of you have to tell Philip J. Pierre, he'll have to do something for the economy. Hello? Y'all have been there for almost a year. And we catching our asses. Y'all never did anything. If y'all loved us, why don't y'all say, man, let us remove concessions on those barrels for the balance of the year. And for the folks overseas to send those barrels to feed their family. Because when the barrels get here, people still pay a lot of money on it. It is a fact. The barrels they send in, these people still have to go and look for money to clear the barrel, or their family overseas have to send it for them. Why don't you say that you are removing concession for the next 6 months? This is a wicked government. This is a wicked government. How are we supposed to survive? I cannot survive. Let me tell you, I have never complained about groceries like that. The way you can help people of St. Lucia is by reducing the taxes. You don't want to do nothing. America, if Biden say he's not doing something, the people have other avenues where they can go and get help. The governors have things for them. The senators have things for them. The congressmen have things for them. You think the congressmen taking out money from their pockets to give people? No, there are things put in place to help people. What do we have in St. Lucia? Nothing. Y'all just want to sniff politician asses and then we burn in here. We're hurting. You know, this is just I'm ridiculous, and I'm here to teach y'all. I'm going to play for you how tax and spending policies can reduce poverty and inequality. Y'all just, let me tell you, the politicians, we have a bunch of jokers. I need the young people with brains. I need the young people with talent, innovative young people to say, okay, if we do that, we're going to lose some money there, but we can make some revenue there. We're going to cut here, but make some. All this government doing. Philip J. Pierre just wanted the title of Prime Minister. Take a listen.
What exactly are the distributional effects of tax policy? One of the primary goals of governments is to reduce inequality and move people out of poverty. To achieve this, governments use the revenue that they generate to fund social programs. Now, how do governments generate revenue? By levying taxes on goods and income. Taxes provide governments a source of revenue so that they can fund programs such as cash transfers, pensions, and spending on education and health. However, taxes impose a burden on people, so depending on who pays taxes, they will have a different impact on poverty and inequality. Taxes are progressive if those who have more pay a larger share of their incomes. For example, income taxes usually have a higher tax rate for higher income individuals. They are regressive if the poor pay a larger share of their income in taxes. For example, if a poor person pays $10 in sales tax, this will represent a higher share of her budget than if a rich person pays the same $10. A progressive tax reduces inequality, as long as it collects a sizable amount of money. However, a regressive tax can also reduce inequality if the money collected is then mostly used to benefit the poor. For instance, an increase in value-added taxes on goods could be bad for the poor. But if the revenues are used to fund social transfers for the poor, or construction of primary schools in poor areas, it can reduce inequality in the long run. Governments need to assess the short-term and long-term impacts of their tax and spending policies. For instance, cash transfers can bring immediate poverty relief, but spending on schools and hospitals could yield long-term benefits. How governments collect revenues and how those resources are ultimately spent determines the impact on poverty and inequality.
So, in that video, it is saying to you, the way a government spend taxes or increase or decrease taxes would determine the survival of the poorest of the poor. This man, in his policies, in his policy statement, he had nothing for the poorest of the poor because the taxes are remaining the same. Let me tell you, see the whole tariffs for customs. I believe I think it was maybe under the Kenny administration, they were saying that they need to go and change all those tariffs because it is one mess, one magical show to put one standard rate or whatever, or whatever they were doing. Up to now, nothing has been done. And instead of y'all hold the politicians to their words, y'all there I read and ready and your belly is hungry. So it tells you that what government do with their taxes can improve your life or make you unequal all, right? Or make you poorer than the poorest of the poor. And right now, we are not people. We are in the category of the poorest of the poor. What is Philip J. Pierre doing with all those taxes he has collected? Look at the audacity of deceit. This man gave the carnival bands 100% concessions. He gave the carnival bands everything they need, duty-free concessions. And we, the poorest of the poor, who are not people, when we go in the grocery store, we have to put things back. And you telling me this man is for the poorest of the poor? And y'all sit there, a lot of y'all are suffering, whether you labor, you WP or no P, many of you are suffering. Many of you are suffering. Whatever YouTubers say, they're not red and ready, they're red and hungry. Now, Flo Self is a somewhat company, because I was watching MO News with the child missing, and they were doing MO the same thing. So everywhere in the Caribbean, Flo is a somewhat. They cannot provide good internet service. I am waiting for this man Elon Musk to come for me to have my box and satellite, and I get my satellite somewhere else, because Flo is a somewhat. Because the people in Dominica are trying to find the child that is lost, and then the life just doing nonsense, going. I agree. The whole system needs to be thrown away. For a poor country, I don't care what you say, so it's a poor country. For a poor country, somebody from overseas said to me they do not understand how we survive on the salaries we make in St. Lucia. And we do not have avenues to get other monies. And let me just shout out my childhood friend, very close to my family, Luthel Seeley Norbert. She bought me many coffees. Thank you. And that's the idea, supporting the show. Blessings to you, Luthel, your family, and your husband. Thank you very much for the coffee. I greatly appreciate it. And you guys go buy the coffee with all the information I'm giving you. Only 2 people have purchased coffees. They bought a lot of coffees, but your one coffee will show you are in support. I'm not talking about the people who cannot afford. No. You out of this. But those who can, go support the show. We love you, so we love what you're doing, but you don't support, do you? Take more time and more resources. I am done. And I'm very happy. I am very happy this person in America said, we need to have So back. So is the only one who's making sense, giving information and on this government's back. And people are supporting me for that. Because you know why, people? If I don't do that, who will do it? If I decide to pack up and go, what will happen? And this is why, again, in St. Lucia, like supporting the coffee to you, oh, you're going to make so rich. But this is why in St. Lucia, they treat you all like that government, because they want you all to come to them and say, Bus, give me $5. Bus, I need a tank of gas. Not right now, not even a tank of gas they go buy for y'all, because gas is very expensive. Now look at me as a single mother. I am getting a lot of pressure because my gas tank, when we went to buy the gas yesterday, my son she's telling my son, put the empty tank there. My son did that. Then she's saying to my son, take a tank. So my son went to take a tank, but he's telling her, but the tank is almost like, oh no, it's filled. So even the suppliers are not filling the tanks. And one of my people, one of the gentlemen came on my wall and he said, so get a, a gauge at Home Depot. I'll get one. Because you cannot tell me, when my mother used to cook in Thy Kingdom come with those same tanks, she had the big ones, the 100 pounds, and she also had the little ones. Gas was not finishing like that. My little tank of gas, right, it not lasting me for 2 weeks. So in a month, I am buying 4 tanks of gas. Philip J. Pierre, I don't have money to buy 4 tanks of gas. I am in the category of the poorest of the poor. What the hell are you doing to alleviate our pain? What are you doing? And then you go into the Americas to talk what? Boy, I love Mia. Mia, man, I just got to meet this lady. Mia tell these people in there, I don't want to wear Philip J. Pierre, although, I just listened to a little bit, but making sense. Mia said to them, every time we come into meetings and we just talking, but who is listening? She said, why don't we sit together and solve the issues, solve the problems, get ways. This is what you call a dynamite leader. And she is unafraid. She is unafraid to speak the truth. And she said that to them. Mia was just off the ball. When you see young people like my sons listening to Mia's speech, you gotta say, this woman is some kind of special lady. She said, come in here and speak makes no sense. We need to sit at the round table together and find ways, draft things, let us help each other. But Philip J. Pierre, you know, he there. What was he saying? How can I would not go to that meeting if I was the prime minister? Number one, my people crying out day in, day out, they can't eat, right? Crime on the rise, everything on the rise. I stay in and take care of my people. One thing I have to tell y'all are a bunch of hypocrite solutions. And I'll tell y'all why y'all are hypocrites. If you must stand for righteousness, it doesn't matter which party is in power. Because if Alan Chasney was in power, doing that bullshit Philip J. Pierre is doing there now, Castro is burned, flat out, plat down, platate. And I will say it again, Lucians are a bunch of hypocrites. Alan Chasney, if he was prime minister of St. Lucia, doing that shit Philip J. Pierre is doing, all now so, party done. He would find money to give 1,500. He would find money to do everything because y'all would have been on his back. Bunch of hypocrites. We all are dying. We all are dying in this country. We all are dying. And Richard Frederick Sort posting some shit on his wall saying the foul cage he built for the 3 senior citizens is 3-4 times bigger than the tiny houses built in California and Hawaii. But he forgot to mention to you that those houses where they were built, right? Where those houses were built, they were for veterans, well furnished with toilet, sink, bathroom, everything. And these people have all the amenities. They have their medical care. They have all other things there, right in that place where the 37 houses are, to give them some support. What support those 3 men getting? Right? What support are those 3 men getting? Nothing. This is what you're like. I don't know. I want no politician to praise me. I want nobody to praise me, because you know what? Praise is only for a season. Y'all want to go and say, oh, good job, Richard Frederick, good job, Richard Frederick, just to be liked, just to be seen. If I wanted to be liked and to be seen, I would have been singing SLP narrative. Me not done that. I singing the gospel of the nation, what people needs to hear. Because we need to understand them politicians, they care for nobody but themselves. We need to understand that. And when you get into the habit of believing in yourself, them politicians will start bowing down to you and me. You see the pain and the stuff people go through. I want to show you all the imbecile you'll have for a prime minister. PJP does not shop. He doesn't go to the supermarket. So you expect PJP to be able to help with your groceries? Let me tell you all, the French people, they're very, very organized. If you think they're crying, they will say this high, but they have a cushion. They have something to fall back on. With this government, the Caribbean people ain't got shit to fall back on. We ain't got nothing to fall back on. Absolutely nothing. Listen to the joker.
But if I read somewhere, and I must confess, I'm not a supermarket person. I don't go to the supermarket. I mean, I'll confess to you. I will not tell you I shop in the supermarket. I don't, but I eat. But if I read somewhere, and I must confess, I'm not a supermarket person. I don't go to the supermarket. I mean, I don't. I mean, I'll confess to you. I will not tell you I shop in the store. I don't. But I eat and I hear my.
Well, I think we need to carry this out of the it's
Did y'all hear that, people? Did y'all hear that? So how good for y'all. Good for y'all for going and vote for. I passing in the pen too, but good for y'all that going and vote for a man that tell y'all I don't go in the supermarket. Hello, play this again.
But if I read somewhere, and I must confess, I'm not a supermarket person. I don't go to the supermarket. I mean, I don't. I mean, I'll confess to you. I will not tell you I shop in the store. I don't. But I eat and I hear my.
Can you believe a prime minister? And he was in opposition when he said, and y'all voted him. I just want to let you know that rough days are ahead. Rough days are ahead. We have no pantry. We have no medical facilities here, and medical professionals are watching my show, and a nurse called me to say after my show, she called me to say, Miss Alexander, I need to let you know that we are in the health center and we do not have resources to work with, not even to bandage people, not even the solutions to put on cuts or take care of the people. The nurse said to me, we have nothing whatsoever to take care of our patients. The nurse also went on to say that not even disinfectant, cleaning agents, they have to sanitize the place before people come and different stuff like that. They were taking their own resources, their own funds to buy stuff, cleaning agents, to buy the solution, the plaster. They tell them don't do it. But you telling them don't use their money to aid the public, but you're not giving them the resources. Look what Labour do, y'all. You see, the former government was not perfect, but at least they were doing something. But this one came in and just sit there eating our tax dollars, having a good time, concession for carnival, giving their friends job. They give a rasp with you and myself, and we catching our asses. And in the US and the Canada and all of y'all have pantries. When you are able to say, I am going to put fuel in my vehicle, if you don't have money for groceries, before you enter into your apartment, you can go to a pantry and get stuff, get food for 4 days. We ain't have that luxury in St. Lucia. This is why I'm here to put y'all straight. And this is why I say I need the young people to take over. I need the young people to take over because it's popular. And that's not the first nurse. There was another nurse I saw in another constituency. She wrote it. And then I think I messaged this person, and this person said, yes, it is so. And then another nurse from another community, right, is saying the same thing. So let me tell y'all, stop eating ramen. Try and get breadfruit or something else to eat, because we ain't got no medical facility in St. Lucia. We ain't got nothing. And y'all sitting up there, y'all working for the white man, the same white man y'all didn't want. Y'all working for him. Y'all living in his country. Y'all picking up his dog shit. Y'all washing his wares. Y'all doing all kind of shit for them. But he's in St. Lucia. Y'all want to come to us and tell us how to live. We catching our asses. Sit your ass down. Y'all in the diaspora don't know what we're taking. Y'all came in train loads, in truck loads, in plane loads to vote out what we had here. We are suffering. At least some people would have been able to survive. They would have gotten a little soulagement. Where's the $1,500? Let's play that tape one more time, showing this man saying not going to supermarket. So if you think Philip J. cares, no, he doesn't.
But if I read somewhere, and I must confess, I'm not a supermarket person. I don't go to the supermarket. I mean, I don't. I mean, I'll confess to you, I will not tell you I shop in the store. I don't, but I eat and I hear my
He eats. Of course, he eating nice now, boy. Go and see that big boodum steak he have eating. His steak with all his nice sides, the expensive wines, the champagne. I eating that? You eating well? Well, we are eating. We turn into bucks. People can't even buy bucks. My God. And y'all, no. This ain't have nothing to do with politics, but with our survival. Every country has lowered the tax for free men to something. This man has been there for 10 years and this man has done nothing for us. We catching our asses. People of St. Lucia, my advice to you, you can't play a role again. Some of y'all want to live up to the Joneses. I ain't got time for that. I'm not putting my heart where my hand cannot reach. One way you can really reduce your expenses if you have a vehicle, pack it. If you do not want to call a taxi when you're going to shop, for your either twice or whatever month, you can use it. But it is cheaper to take a taxi. This is what I have done and this is what I have practiced. Home economics, I've practiced it. So instead of leaving the taxi starving, I'm giving him a bread and I'm still able to hold something by not using the vehicle. I was speaking to a bus driver today and he said to me, sir, with that tank, with the new fuel prices, he tell me, I cannot even fill the tank. He tell me, we suffering. We all suffering. So you, Philip Soplan, you right now going to increase the bus fares, right? There is no balance. You increase the bus fare, gas keeps going up, people's salaries, no minimum wage is the same. Poverty. We are the poorest of the poor. This man is dumb. This man doesn't know how to govern. And St. Lucians are coward. But let me tell you something. I'll tell you something. If we stay under this government for the next 4 years, because it's almost a year done, our country will be nothing. Because our country is not made up of a government or politicians. Our country is made up of us, the people. So if the people are not happy, if the people are not healthy, if the people are not fed, if the people are not clothed, if they are not given shelter, what is going to happen to our country? Pips and plans so hot. Our country is in trouble. Our country is in trouble. I am telling you all the truth. And what I realize in St. Lucia, people support their parties wholeheartedly. But you can support your party, whether it's Flubber or Labour, and say, hey, this is my party, but it's shit you're doing. You need to step up. Try that, and you will see. When the politicians decide to form a government, they'll not do crap with the people of St. Lucia. They will work in your interest. They do not work in the interest of the people of St. Lucia. They do not. And I can tell you all something. They are working in the interest of themselves. Concession. I know a lot of people overseas want to send barrels. But when it come here, you're gonna pay. You gotta pay what you have to pay. Our country is under siege with too many taxes. We cannot take this on. $17.95 for fuel on Monday. Who's going to pay that? I was talking to a guy and he said to me, so that is only $17.95. If he have to fill his tank, it'd be like 200, half tank, not full, it'd be $200. Full tank, $400. This is the plight that we are going through in this country. Now remember, I have said to y'all, okay, let us wish them, and before I leave, I have said to y'all that I come in early on a Saturday so I can finish early and just relax and chill. So I come at 8, I finish at 9:30, people. So support your so-so. So we are now going to wish Mr. and Mrs. Farrell Prudent happy wedding anniversary. It was the anniversary yesterday. We are wishing them God's richest blessings and all good things that's supposed to come for them. So allow us to wish you happy wedding anniversary from the Lies and Deceit family, from Akeem and myself, and continue in this vein, continue in this love. So my people, happy weekend, happy anniversary, enjoy your time. I don't know if, I know Sharon is overseas and Thurl is there, but still enjoy your anniversary virtually, whichever way you'll choose to do it. So God's richest blessing on y'all. They are my supporters, right, on Buy Me a Coffee, so I have to return the love and tell them happy anniversary. All the best to you. The two of you look like two lovebirds. Keep it that way. And God's richest blessing. Remember, I said to you on Saturday, I clock in at 8 and I clock out at 9:30. Because, I just need to chill. But I love all of y'all. You will see me on Monday. Remember to support the movement after the show. Go buy the coffee or become a member. So love y'all. I'll see you on Monday if God spare. Ta-ta. Bye. Love you.
We expose lies and deceit. Expect us